to the power. I was having fun.
Jesus wept. There is without a doubt a case of emotional whiplash for everybody with watching this fucking season. I was just singing the praises of the last episode and the stellar work put into the character of Hondo Wanaka, and then I stopped and thought to myself, you know what, I can't remember what happens next. So allow me to set the tone of how this intrusive revelation came back to me. So I fired up my laptop and I typed into Google Disney+. I opened up the web link, logged in and scrolled through the vast array of content they've leached off and eventually found the Clone Wars. Then the sweat started to drop as the memories steadily came creeping back, and then
Fuck.
the anxiety hit and it dawned on me. They struck gold last time, so it was time to do a reverse Uno, where since they found it, they decided to melt it down and mould it into the shape of a nice butt plug just to fuck audiences in the ass with.
God fucking damn it!
This is quite possibly the finest example of tampering your expectations. As soon as I realised what came next, I wanted out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
But I'm a man of integrity and I aim to keep my word, and you know what? I've survived 2 of these ordeals already, so I guess I can do this again. Now, if you can just give me 2 seconds to down the last of this bottle, and then crack open the next one, I'm going to give you a rundown through this as quickly as I fucking can.
The rum!
Yes, the rum is gone.
Why is the rum gone?
We open on Obi-Wan and Anakin bound up in the cell after their first taste of absinthe, and let's be honest, there are worse places to fucking wake up in. They then realise they've woken up next to Grandad, who does the whole "I told you so," and they quickly realise they're bound together in the fashion of a human centipede, so have to work as a unit to escape. It's here we cut to Hondo berating one of his men called Falso, who is quickly revealed to be planning his own agenda with his friends who plan to interrupt Jar Jar and Senator Karras' arrival and steal the spice for themselves.
Not a great plan.
Cut to Karras, who's providing an update to the Chancellor about their movements, and they're promptly chased and shot down out of the sky where the clones and this dick survive.
You had one job.
Just the one.
Was there a typo in the script? You had your shot and you missed it. Fuck continuity. Remove the damn scene from Revenge of the Sith for all I care. Make it so that he never survived. Truly, that'll be a service to the fans. Anyway, the 3 musketeers break out, only to get caught again. Then, again.
What? 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 What?
And are promised the kiss of death should they try it once more.
You fucking idiot!
Then cut back to the court jester and his valiant men where they're assaulted by Falso and his crew and are scared off into a nearby geyser. Commander Stone and a lazy excuse for a comedy monitor the beasts as they'll let them know when it's safe to return. As they climb back up, you have another chance to fucking get rid of him. Filoni knows what he's doing with this. And they realise that Falso got away with the spice. During this time, the Three Stooges make a break for it once more, only this time get caught by Hondo after trying to pole vault over the wall itself. Falso returns and reports to Hondo the attempts on him and his men's lives, to which Hondo says fuck it, let's kill them. Before Falso's return, Stone and the village idiot acquired creatures to make a run across the landscape, including retrieving the spice. Sometime later, some tanks are sent out, and the ridiculous one fucks things up so colossally it wipes out the power grid, which stops Hondo's fun with Obi-Wan and Annie, while Dooku escapes in this moment. So he actually did something fucking useful. As they escape, Hondo's taken hostage by Obi and Annie for a second, but they let him go as a sign of good faith, and the epitome of a car crash turns up claiming victory on this day for saving them both. Now as it stands, there are decent elements to this installment, particularly in the comedic timing of Hondo, and not to forget the calamitous escape attempts from Obi, Annie and Dooku. It was interesting to see them working together, and the banterous tendencies of Anakin and Obi-Wan really stood out to deliver some of the best comedic aspects, including poking the bear when it came to Dooku, and creating an uncomfortable moment of tension between them. Hondo, as I mentioned last week, was an excellent addition, and I'm excited to cover the next episode that is graced by his presence. I just wish it wasn't marred by the inclusion of the galaxy's greatest dumbass. Jar Jar has never been a welcomed inclusion, and is manageable in small doses, but as it sits, Season 1 uses him more than I'm actually fucking comfortable with. And in this case, you could have had a more tense showdown had you sent Padme with someone else to deliver the spice, but no. You had to kill off an innocent senator for the sake of the character growth for someone that very few care about. To twist the title though, and have Commander Stone utilise Jar Jar's weaknesses for their own gain was actually a stroke of writing genius.
Is he alright? He's having a stroke. What? I'm genius!
I wonder if Jar Jar was ever part of the order list for 66. I'll be honest, it was great to see the clones understand the ridiculousness of the situation where Karis dies and then Jar Jar's put in charge. So fuck it, convince him of one thing and get him to believe it was his idea. The continual attempts at jailbreaks were amusing, and to have Hondo understand the distinction between the Jedi and Sith is something that will be delivered on later in the show, and generates a budding connection between himself and Kenobi. The general pacing of the episode was good enough, and dedicated time in the right places for the right amount of time. I just wish that Jar Jar wasn't used. I know why Filoni and co did it. It was initially for kids, but they also realised that a lot of adults and parents wouldn't stand for it, so to surround him or involve him where appropriate, but normally mixed with other beloved characters, was the best way to take the pain off the burn from his inclusion. It still doesn't help. Anyway, the visuals were solid, the vibrancy of Florin was great, and to see Jar Jar thrown in was fucking annoying, but at least it's over now. That's all I have on this one though. There wasn't a huge amount else to dive into weirdly, but just for the sake of Hondo, check it out. It's worth it on that merit alone. Until next time however, please do subscribe, leave a like on the video, take care, and may the Force be with you all.